to mislead. This is all you need. Be your everything, yeah, I'll be your everything. Still too soon to feel. Please just say it's real. More than just a thrill, not just in it for the thrill. I'm in it for the love, cause love it needs to touch it. You're pressing on my body, babe, let me tell you something. I'm in it for the love, cause love it needs to touch it. You're pressing on my body, babe, let me tell you something. I'm in it for the love. 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 Low, you can let me know. You know I will show. Now we're sipping the Bordeaux. With you through it all, winter through the fall. You just make the call. Yeah, I'm in it for it all. I'm in it for the love, cause love it needs to touch it. You're pressing on my body, babe, let me tell you something. I'm in it for the love, cause love it needs to touch it. You're pressing on my body, babe, let me tell you something. I'm in it for the love. 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 For the love. I'm in it for the love. You should go back home, go back home, go back home, go. It's been there all along. You should go back home, go back home, go back home, go. That's where you belong. You should go back home, go back home, go back home, go. It's been there all along. You should go back home, go back home, go back home, go. That's where you belong. You should go back home.
No, we're gonna record Sister Look at Every.
That's professional.
Yes, right here. Oh, thank you. It is. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. It's all happy. Not here.
That's right.
Ready? It is 5:01. We're going to bring the meeting to session. In closed session, the board took action to amend the stipulated suspension expulsion recommended to a stipulated expulsion recommendation for student 23-24-08-93597681114. The board voted unanimously to approve the stipulated expulsion of student 23-24-08-9359-768-114. It was all 5 ayes to no nays. Presentation and recommendation. Yes, that's you. Yep.
All day, bro.
Crestline Elementary, you're on.
So good evening. Tonight, we like to come and present to you our wonderful 4K program. We have the best teachers and we have the best students. And tonight, we just want to do a small something just to show you some of the things that we're doing over at Crestline Elementary School. At this time, will you please stand for the Star Spangled Banner?
Hey.
I got you. Okay. Yeah.
And so we're just gonna jam just a little bit, and we're gonna express ourselves through song. At this time, I present to you the most amazing 4K teachers in the world, Miss Amber and Miss Elena. The floor is yours.
Hi, boys and girls, are you ready to get funky?
Yeah.
All right. Want to see those smiles?
Get funky now.
Let's see it. Get funky. Oh, yeah.
School is cool.
Go.
Go.
Everybody clap your hands. Hop one time. Stomp your left foot 2 times. Stomp your right foot 2 times. Hop 3 times. Let's funky chicken. How low can you go? Go real low. Can you bring it to the top? Don't ever stop. Jump to the front. Hop 2 times. Now jump to the back. Hop 2 times. Let me hear you clap your hands. Slow it down. Let me hear you scream. Shout, school is cool. School is cool. Stomp your right foot 2 times. Stomp your left foot 3 times. Right foot 2 times. Left foot 2 times. Jump 4 times. Funky chicken 1 more time. To the right. To the left. School is cool. School is cool. School is cool.
What do you say?
So we thank you so much for allowing us to come. One of the things that we're doing over at Crestline right now is we're making sure that we really reach out to our community and we keep our parents involved. So tonight, I'd like to give a big shout out, thank our parents so much for supporting us. but not least, I'd like to thank our superintendent, who is our biggest supporter tonight. We celebrate you. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. And that is the end of our presentation. Thank you so much. We're going to be heading out. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We saw this thing right.
Now back to the boring.
That's why we do what we do, right?
I think my shirt is
That noise again just in my house. I don't know about that same. Screaming.
Well, that's certainly going to be a hard act to follow for anybody. That was fun.
Thanks. We're just shoplifting over here, it's all right.
Can I get an approval of the minutes, regular board meeting, February 27th, 2024?
So moved.
And a second. All in favor? Aye. Business from the floor. The board meeting is a business meeting of the board held in a public forum to comply with the Brown Act. It is not a town hall meeting with the board. This is a time for citizens to present problems or questions they feel the board should discuss. Individuals are encouraged to address the full board, not individual board members. The law prohibits the board from taking action on items not on the agenda. Request to speak cards should be filled out in advance and presented to the superintendent's executive assistant. Instructions for submitting remote public comments can be found on our website, busdk.com, under the tab Board of Trustees. The board has a policy limiting any speaker to not more than 3 minutes. For the record, state your name. Do we have any? No. Okay, great. Reports, staff reports. BEA, Miss Lewis, are you here?
Miss Lewis is not here, but I am.
Okay.
Already? Man, that was quick. Okay.
He's just too far, he's too far, he's too far. You're right.
That's what I thought.
Keeping you on your toes.
Okay.
I thought it was kind of fast.
Well, you know, I do that once a meeting just to keep you guys sharp. And you guys never know who's going to be or when. Staff reports. Okay, do we have any staff reports? Okay. Superintendent's report.
We do have a superintendent's report. I will go ahead and present that. Good afternoon, board members, staff, and guests. On Monday, March 4, 2024, I attended Barstow High School's freshman orientation. I was pleased to see many incoming freshmen and their families in attendance. Students and families were shown a video created by the Multimedia Video Production 2 class. that gave them a look into what their freshman year at Barstow High School might look like. Barstow Junior High School and STEM counselors and teachers, Mr. Perez, Ms. Baca, and Mr. Terrio, helped to promote the event, which included representation from Barstow High School clubs, sports teams, band, auxiliary team, and cadet corps. Thank you to Barstow High School counselors, Ms. Robles, Mr. Butler, and Mr. Leilamini for providing this amazing event to support our 2024-25 freshman class. On Wednesday, March 6th, I attended the Dr. Seuss Extravaganza hosted by San Bernardino County Aging and Adult Services Public Guardian, Barstow Senior Nutrition, Delta Kappa Gamma Zeta Omicron Chapter, and the City of Barstow. This was a free event for Barstow Unified School District first and second graders. The event was well attended. I was provided the opportunity to assist the interim city manager, Mr. Andrew Espinosa, with his reading of the Dr. Seuss book, Fox in Socks, which if you've never read that book is a challenge to read. He did a great job. And in return, Mr. Espinosa assisted me with my reading of the Dr. Seuss book, I Can Read with My Eyes Shut. I wish to say thank you to Latrina and Mo for speaking at our last board meeting and providing us with the invitation. I would like to thank the BEA Executive Board for meeting with the BUSD Cabinet yesterday, March 11, in the District of SDC. This first meeting of what we believe will be several focused on the work the district has done and continues to do in addressing staffing shortages BUSD is experiencing. The members of the Executive Board listened to presentations by the Superintendent, Assistant Superintendents of Personnel Services and Educational Services, and the Director of Pupil Services. I appreciate their patience and allowing us the time needed to present the information. Our next meeting is scheduled for March 25, 2024. The BUSD Cabinet is eager to hear their feedback from this first meeting. And on Wednesday, March 20, I will be participating in a virtual public hearing for the BNSF Big Project, specifically on proposed regulation by the California Air Resources Board's in-use locomotive regulation, which could risk the future of the big project in Barstow. I hope that my words and those of many others will help advocate for the City of Barstow's prosperity and economic growth, which ultimately provides for the future success of Barstow Unified School District students. If you would like information on the March 20, 2024 hearing, please contact my assistant, Mrs. Christina Crane. It is through these small efforts that I work to ensure BUSD students continue to have an exceptional 2023-24 school year.
Okay, thank you. Board reports, Ms. Clemmer.
The only thing I have is that I, along with Deanna, attended the gala at the college, which was really nice. It was a celebration of, supposed to be for Barstow Community College students, but they also were Barstow High School graduates. So that was really nice.
Thank you. Mr. Watson?
I have nothing to report.
Mr. Helpel?
Just wanted to say thank you for all the parents, teachers, everybody who put everything together for this event as well as every other event. It's just really awesome. I love these little presentations. It kind of warms my heart, so thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Freya?
I also enjoyed the presentation. It was really fantastic. It was nice.
Okay. As for myself, I don't have anything to report other than I did serve in an observatory position with BEA, the president, vice president, and our superintendent. And it's nice because it went along pretty smooth. So I think these are going to be productive to us as a district. Student representatives report, Ms. Massimini.
Sure. So, excuse me. On Friday, we had our Mr. Aztec pageant at the high school. So 6 boys competed, and our winner was Samuelu Tufayono, and he was sponsored by our American Pacific Islander Club. He did a traditional dance for his talent, which was really fun to see. We're having a blood drive on March 22nd. This week we're selling selling prom tickets until March 21st for $115. Senior contracts are due March 14th. And the seniors that got good test scores on their state test last year are going to Six Flags on Friday.
Oh, nice. BEA.
Okay,
Now.
I didn't know I was given the report until about an hour ago. When Stacia called and said, hey, I got an appointment, I forgot. So we are gonna keep this very short and sweet. We have had our first meeting with the entire cabinet. We are looking forward to the changes that we feel do need to come to our district. Other than that, I am going to say, excuse me, I'm gonna duck out. I have to go to Pasadena tomorrow to pick up some lab equipment that I get to use from Amgen, so I can do some cutting edge biotech with my AP class. So if you would like to come see some cutting edge biotech, feel free to come by my room the next 2 weeks.
Enjoy one of their nice restaurants over there when you're down there, definitely.
I
CSEA.
don't have time for that.
Drive safe.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It's good to be back. I had to delegate a little bit this time and give some other people some enjoyment of coming and speaking with you guys. So we don't have a lot going on right now. I know it was presented last board meeting that we do have a survey out with our members regarding the Personnel Commission, whether they want to decommission it or not. We're just kind of in the beginning stages of that to take the steps for that because it was brought to us that we've reached the 5-year mark and that is an option. So we did want to put it out there for our members to have that say. So we'll be coming forward once we have more. Right now, we've only had about 31 responses. So at this point, that's about all we have. So we're still leaving it open. And like I said, it's just beginning stages. So we've had some officer skills training. Unfortunately, I missed mine because of personal obligations. So we do have our audit we're trying to finish up with, get that in. We have MOU on the agenda tonight to be ratified or to be voted on by board members to get that into the books. We have our contract that we're looking to get printed. Trying to think. We are looking forward to negotiations. Oh, we do have our sunshine items, which are our negotiation items to bring to our membership. They'll be voting on that this month. So we'll be able to start our negotiations with the district after that. And just looking forward to continuing our communications with the superintendent as well and with the district negotiations. Vacancies, we've been talking with Ms. Duell regarding vacancies and just trying to clean those up as well. So that's all we have going on, just the usual yearly things. So thank you.
All right, thank you. And Personnel Commission, Ms. Duell.
Board members and guests, the next Personnel Commission meeting is this Thursday, March 14th at 4:30 here in the boardroom. We currently have 365 classified employees. We have 2 recruitments open and another 4 are set to open tomorrow. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Adoption of the agenda. Can I get a motion and a second, please?
So move.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Communications? No? Okay. Consent agenda. Can I get a motion and a second to accept the consent agenda? Anybody want to pull anything? I'm sorry. No? Okay, can I get a motion and a second?
So move.
Second? I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Discussion items. General, L11, Resolution 16, 2023, 2024, recognition of Women's History Month. Recommending the Board of Trustees approve Resolution 16, 2023, 2024, recognition of Women's History Month during the month of March 2024. Can I get a motion and a second? Nope. You want to give us some? Oh.
Whoops. So it's supposed
Supposed to be March?
You're correct. March is correct. And
Okay.
I will read the resolution if you will allow me to.
I think I can allow you to do that. Okay. Would you please?
Of course. Whereas women of every race and ethnic background have contributed and continue to contribute to our country's triumphs and accomplishments in countless ways, and whereas women have played and continue to play critical roles in the economic, cultural, and social spheres of our nation's life by constituting a significant portion of the labor force working in and outside the home. Whereas women have played a unique role throughout our history by providing the majority of the nation's volunteer labor force and have been particularly important in the establishment of early charitable philanthropic, and cultural institutions in the country. And whereas women of diverse backgrounds have served as leaders in the forefront of progressive social change, not only to secure their own right of suffrage and equal opportunity, but also to abolish slavery, promote fairness, equality, and safety in the workplace, and advance the modern civil rights movement. And whereas the role of women in history has been overlooked and undervalued in the past, though its significance is now emerging and assuming its rightful place as an important part of the body of American and world history. And whereas California Education Code Section 51204.5 specifically calls for instruction in the social sciences to include the study of the role and contributions of both men and women in the economic, political, and social development of California and the nation, with particular emphasis on portraying the role of men and women in contemporary society. And whereas the history social science framework for California public schools, kindergarten through grade 12, states that the history curriculum of community, state, region, nation, and world must reflect the experiences of men and women and of different racial, religious, and ethnic groups and must be integrated at every level. Now therefore be it resolved that the Barstow Unified School District Board of Trustees proclaim the month of March 2024 as Women's History Month and encourages all educational communities to commemorate this occasion with appropriate instructional activities adopted this 12th day of March 2024 by the Barstow Unified School District Board of Trustees.
Thank you. Any of my colleagues wish to comment? No? Can I get a motion in a second, please?
So move.
Second, all in favor? Aye. L12, Resolution 17, 2022, 2023. Is that right? 2023, 2024, special recognition of all certificated and classified employees during May 2023.
No, May 2024.
2024. Recommending the Board of Trustees adopt Resolution 17, 2023, 2024, special recognition of all certificated and classified employees during May 2024 and express appreciation for outstanding jobs school employees do.
And I have that resolution.
Okay.
Whereas the state of California annually sets aside the second Wednesday in May as California Day of the Teacher, and whereas teachers are vital to providing quality education and establishing a foundation for lifelong learning for the youth of our nation, and whereas teachers in Barstow Unified School District help to meet the diverse needs of our students' abilities, goals, and backgrounds by using creative and innovative methods of instruction, and whereas the impact that teachers have on students is never-ending, and that teachers' dedication and efforts positively affect our youth indefinitely by helping each one to realize his or her potential, and whereas it is appropriate to recognize the talents and devotion of the Barstow Unified School District's teachers as one of our community's most valuable resources, and whereas the California School Employees Association and the state of California have designated May 19th to the 25th, 2024 as Classified School Employee Week, and whereas the purpose of this observance is to recognize the service and valuable contributions these dedicated individuals make in our schools, and whereas California Public Schools employ approximately one quarter million classified staff upon which schools depend in order to run efficiently and effectively, and whereas classified school employees through direct and support services help provide a wholesome and positive instructional environment, which are essential ingredients to enable excellent teaching, sound administration, and high achievement by students. And whereas classified school employees play a vital role in providing for the welfare and safety of Barstow Unified School District's school children, and whereas Barstow Unified School District's classified employees strive for excellence in all aspects of their areas of expertise, now therefore be it resolved that the Barstow Unified School District Board of Trustees hereby recognizes May 1st, 2024 School Principals Day, April 29th through May 3rd, 2024 School Nutrition Employee Week, May 3rd, 2024 National School Lunch Hero Day, May 6th through the 10th, 2024 National Teacher Appreciation Week, May 7th, 2024 National Teacher Appreciation Day, May 8th, 2024 California Day of the Teacher, Wednesday, May 8th, 2024 National School Nurse Appreciation Day, and May 19th to the 25th, 2024 Classified School Employee Week. Expresses its appreciation for the outstanding contributions made by the competent and dedicated certificated and classified staff of the Barstow Unified School District in preparing today's youth for the future, adopted by the Board of Trustees this 12th day of March, 2024.
Anybody wish to make comment? Okay, well I do. I'm always glad to see all of our employees get special recognition in such a tough time It always kind of seems like we're putting out fires constantly, and it's nice to take the time to recognize you all for doing what you do and that you dedicated your careers and your valuable resources to our most valuable resource as a community, which is the education of our kids. So it is appreciated to everybody that works for us. Can I get a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. L13, information, revisions to administrative regulation 4119.12, 4219.12, and 4319.12, Title 9, Sexual Harassment Complaint Procedures. This is a for information only item. Is there anything that we need to discuss on here or present?
This is just the updates to this policy.
Okay, well, I'm glad to see that we have updated that a little bit more for transparency, so people know what they need to do, so I kind of like that. Educational services, nothing. Pupil services, nothing. Business services, L41, purchase order listing 2/21/2024, 2/3/4/2024, recommending the Board of Trustees approve the purchase orders listed in the attached purchase order for totaling report totaling $744,899.40.
So moved.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
I do have a few questions.
Okay, whoa.
I do have a few questions. Purchase order number 241293, adult ed. It's a security system, a camera, and a door for $43,000. What kind of system is that?
It's highly sophisticated. We went out and had 3 bids. It was a lengthy process, making sure that we got the right vendor. It's 6 cameras, an intercom system, access control. I have broken it down so you would know. We also had to install it horizontally for the camera, so that was at a price. The door hardware just itself was $6,000. And vector services, the project management and all that was about $9,000 also. But it is state of the art. That way the people inside the office can see on their phone, on their screen who's actually at the door, and they'll be able to see to grant access in this. So
Is it one door?
I believe it's a double door.
And is this something that we can move to like our other facilities, like Cameron and other schools or something like that, or?
As far as installing camera systems at those schools?
Well, just that door, because that door is actually pretty cool that he's talking about, where you can actually let someone in, so you're not just being like, okay, who's coming inside right now?
We are working on camera systems at all the school sites. It's just been a process. I know that Neil Aulick, the Director of Information Technology, is working on all the bidding process and making sure that we have all the components of the alarm systems to, or the camera, I think we're doing camera systems to the schools. I'm sorry, camera systems.
Awesome. And then the only other one that I had was 241239, which were fire radios that we were going to be adding to the systems. Was that price including doing the fire inspections on them after?
No, it wasn't. We had 3 schools that weren't reporting to the fire department, so we had to get these radios installed.
Okay.
It was Linwood, Crestline, and the STEM.
Okay.
And so this is just to get us back working. The permits and the inspection will be put on the annual, when we go for annual inspections again sometime in August. So they'll just get put on that list and they'll get completed at that time.
And have we let any of the fire departments or jurisdictions know that we're changing the communication on these, just so they're aware?
Yes, they're probably the ones that actually let us know that we weren't communicating with us.
Yeah.
We stay in constant communication.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
That's all good in the hand.
Can I get a motion in a second?
We've already done that.
Okay. Can we take the vote? No? Okay. All right. L42, second interim report, recommending the Board of Trustees approve the second interim report as of January 31st, 2024, and authorize the Board President to positively certify the district will be able to meet its year-end financial obligations and obligations for 2 subsequent years.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Beatty.
Mr. Beatty.
Thank you,
Short
Superintendent
report.
Spurgeon. Just want to show you my support too. Board, staff, employees. So tonight's for our second annual report. It ends January 31st, 2024. We're recommending a positive certification and that we will be able to keep our financial obligations for the current year and two subsequent 2 fiscal years. And any revisions will be to the budget will be outlined in this report. Our first interim, we had 84 million. We came down a little bit with some adjustments, so we're at 83 million. The difference is 147,609. We have an increase in federal revenue from our grants. Other state and other local income also increased as we moved along from first to second. So we're showing more revenue than we had at first interim by $2,901,219, and that's mostly because of restricted monies coming into the district. I wanted to illustrate this with a graph that we have 60% of our LCFF. That's 60% of our revenues comes from the LCFF, sorry, and then our federal revenue is 27%, 12% in the state, and we get a small 2% from our local. As far as expenditures this year, we've had some increases in our expenditures, mostly to small adjustments to personnel. There's a large one in our services as we're looking to spend restricted carryover money, adding that to our budget. Small decrease in capital outlay, and so for a total expenditure change of $6,262,514. Wanted to also show you a graph illustrating this, that we have 24%, 12%, and 16% as our personnel costs. We also have going around, we have our supplies 3%, services 26%, and our capital outlay has really been high since we've had those COVID dollars, and we're trying to get that money spent. In the future years, you'll be seeing that decrease. And our transfer down. So our beginning fund balance is $64,460,391. We're estimating a budget surplus of a negative $806,968, bringing our ending fund balance down to $63,652,423. And the components of that ending fund balance is restricted is 34 million of that. Our restricted is 854,433, and then our reserves and stores is 400,000, and then our undesignated balance is the $4,262,205. So the assumptions that we relied on to produce this report is our projected enrollment is 6,317. That's as of CBED's day, and we're projecting flat just to keep our numbers conservative. And so we're projecting that a flat enrollment, but we always hope for more. Our unduplicated pupil count is 4,855. The percentage of that is 76.87%. Our estimated P288 is at 87.84%, which brings us to 5,549.2. Our COLA for this year was 8.22. As you'll notice, we're projecting 1% COLA for next year. It's estimated to be anywhere between, once the final numbers get through, it's going to be anywhere between 0.87 and 0.127. So I shot for the middle just to be conservative. And for next year, they're projecting, or the following year, they're projecting 2.73, but we'll see what happens on that one. Our lottery per ADA is $249 per student. Our step and column When we go to project out the following 2 years, we project at 2% for step and column for certificated and 1% for class. So those are the numbers we use to project out the rest of the, as you'll see here, our multi-year report. So we have, you'll see a large decrease in 24-25 of total revenues. That's mostly the COVID dollars going away. Our expenditures also will decrease because we'll spend that money. We do show an increase in 24 and 25 and 25-26 as a budget surplus. You will notice that if you look at committed expenditures, our unrestricted is going down slightly. That's because we're just projecting services at a little more rate than we are bringing in at the time. And then our restricted revenue is actually going up because we don't, we still have money to spend in those areas. And so we'll be doing that as we plan. I wanted to show you guys our retirement costs. As you can see, STRS, I think I presented this last time, STRS is staying steady because it's statutory at 19%, but PERS is still going up. And by the year 27, 28, I think they're projecting 30%. And so I just like to keep you guys informed of those changes as they do. PERS changes annually, where STRS is set in statute by 5 years. And so I just wanted to keep you alert to that. A small graph, you'll see the reason here is that in 23-24 we gave out large raises, which increased our retirement costs. So you'll see our retirement costs going down in the following years. Our restricted detail. So this is all our restricted money that needs to be spent as we move forward. That top category, we'll be using that to fund our summer school and new champions program. We did get some new mental health money this year, that $454,000. Arts and music, we still need to get a plan for. And there's some, we're developing a plan for our learning recovery emergency block grant. We still have like 4 or 5 years to spend that, so, as we move along. So last time I showed you our coronavirus relief money. Last year, it was last interim, we had blue, red, white, and blue. I'm happy to announce that we've gotten rid of our red. Red was, we received more money than we had spent. So now the opposite, I'm sorry, but now we've received that money, and so now the red has gone away. So those are all blue means we've done our due diligence and we've spent all that money. Answer 2 being the bottom one. And then our white ones, this is the work that we still need to get done as far as our coronavirus relief money. And we've got a plan to, by this time next year, this will be all blue. If there's any questions, I can entertain them now.
Nobody?
I've got a question. What's the percentage that the employees have to pay for their retirement?
So we have 2 rates. Classic Numbers pay 7, and then Pepperas, those are that started after 2013. They have to pay 8%.
Oh, I did have one question on the total expenditures. Whenever we had the projected for the 2 following years going out, it was like just over 100 million. Is that like about what our new average will be post all the COVID everything?
I need to see it.
Okay. It was on there.
As we went from like 140,000.
Yeah, and then, prior, 22-23 was like 95. And then it was like just over 100, like 108 or something. I was just wondering if that's kind of our new norm post-COVID.
Well,
Right there.
It's going to be dependent on, no, you need to keep scrolling. Keep scrolling down.
Page 10.
No.
10, right?
Yeah, right
Yeah,
there.
right there. So, yeah, 121,000 in 2024, we're still receiving, like I said, a lot of COVID dollars, extra dollars we're receiving. Right now, we received some of the equity multiplier money, and we expect to continue receiving that in the years out, but we just don't know what that's going to look like yet.
Okay.
So I would feel confident saying that 108 is probably going to be close to what we will be receiving in the years out. However, it is dependent upon our ADA.
Yeah.
And currently our ADA, I think, was at 89% or 87%.
87.8, yeah, almost 88.
So if we do not improve our ADA, if that continues to get worse, i.e. be below the 87%, then we'll see that revenue decrease. So the goal is to work, and one of the areas in our differentiated assistance that we're working on is social emotionally disadvantaged students under the premise of chronic absenteeism. Thank you, Mr. Godfrey. To address this, to try to improve our ADA ratio, because obviously our revenue is all based on our ADA, in addition to the extra that we receive.
And that is total revenue, so that is unrestricted and restricted. And the thing with restricted is you don't earn it until you spend it. So that number can fluctuate depending on how much we spend. And we've been given a lot of latitude of how many years we have to spend that before it was 2.25, now it's a lot different. So we're living in different times.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we can comfortably say 100 million is close to what our revenue is going to be. But just keep in mind that can and often does fluctuate.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I was just in general, just looking for, I guess, the new, the new mark, the ballpark.
And you can see that in the 2 years out, so 25 was 108, 25, 26 was 108. So that's the
Good question.
I read an article on the state of California allowing us some new provisions to recapture our ADA, lost ADA. You know anything about that?
I don't, Mr. Godfrey, have you heard anything about that? As far as like summer school or Saturday school?
I have not.
Then you can.
Dr. Williams, do you know anything about that?
In the January budget, the governor brought forth the idea of bringing additional ways to capture attendance for situations of either emergency, like if there's a time where schools have to be closed for a long period. But in this first year, they're looking at working with county offices of education to determine the way that would look. And so that's not been rolled out yet, but that was part of and it's not even part of the official budget yet, it was just part of the January proposal in providing different ways to help capture attendance for students when circumstances make it that they're not at school.
Thank you.
Mostly
Any other
for the big
questions?
districts again.
Pardon me?
Mostly for the big districts again.
Any other questions, concerns, comments? No. Thank you for this report. I'm sure it was, you and your team, I'm sure it was quite an arduous effort, so appreciate it always. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Technology and Information Services, nothing. Personnel Services, certificated. 1, L6A1, public hearing for provisional internship permits, otherwise known as PITs, for educators for 2023-2024 school year. Recommending the Board of Trustees adjourn to a public hearing to provide an opportunity for the board to receive input concerning the proposed provisional internship permits. It is currently 5:46. And public hearing, anybody in public got anything to say? No? Okay, well, let's pretend it's 5:47, we'll reconvene. Following public hearing, recommend that the Board of Trustees approve the submission to the state of the said permits pertaining to specific California teaching credential requirements. I'll make this motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Classified, 1, L6B1, establishment of classified positions, 3 of them. Campus security assistants, recommending the Board of Trustees approve the establishment of the following classified positions at the schools indicated. 1, campus security assistant, 8 hours per day, 185 days per year, range 29, effective March 13th, 2024, at Barstow High School. 1, campus security assistant, 8 hours a day, 185 days per year, range 29, effective March 13th, 2024, at Barstow Junior High School. One, campus security assistant, 8 hours per day, 185 days per year, range 29, effective March 13th, 2024, at Barstow Intermediate School. Anybody have any comments, questions, or concerns?
If I may allow
If you may.
Mr. Gutierrez
Yeah.
to address this issue?
Yeah, so we have identified additional need to make sure we provide extra safety at those 3 sites. And this item is presented for your approval.
I'm for one, very happy to see this because that's always been a concern and it's definitely well needed. So I'm glad to see we're moving forward with this. Anybody else have anything? No? Can I get a motion and a second? I'll make the motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
L6B2, establishment of classified positions. 1 paraeducator, special needs, recommending the Board of Trustees approve the establishment of the following classified position at the school indicated. 1 paraeducator, special needs, 7 hours per day, 185 days per year, range 26, effective March 13th, 2024. Pupil Services, Mr. Gutierrez.
Yes, thank you. So Director of People Services identified a need to provide one-on-one services to students that in our district, and the financial implications are listed, and we recommend approval.
Questions, comments, or concerns from my colleagues? No? Can I get a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
L6B3, Resolution 18, in the matter of reduction of classified school services for the 2023 school year. Recommend the Board of Trustees adopt Resolution 18, 2023-2024, in the matter of reduction of classified school services by reducing or eliminating the services listed, commencing with the 2023 school year. Mr. Gutierrez?
Yes, thank you. So in order for us to continue to be fiscally responsible, we have identified a need to eliminate this position at Crescent Elementary. And this is presented for you for approval.
Questions, comments, concerns? Can I get a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. L6B4, placement on the 39-month reemployment list of classified personnel. Recommended the Board of Trustees approve placement of the classified personnel listed on the 39-month reemployment list. Mr. Gutierrez?
Yes, actually, this goes in conjunction with LV1B5. So this employee was placed on 39-month rehire, but since then has come back. So for this one, we recommend approval.
Okay. Questions, comments, or concerns? Can I get a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
I'll second. Can I get a vote? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
L5B5, request to return from leave of absence of classified personnel. Recommending the Board of Trustees approve the request to return from leave of absence for the classified personnel listed. Mr. Gutierrez?
Yes, thank you. So the employee we just previously mentioned is coming back from the 39-month rehire, and it's presented for you for your approval. Great.
Okay. I assume there's no motion or no comments or concerns?
I have a comment.
Okay.
Why is this coming to us so late?
So the communication between the employee, we're trying to work with the employee. The district was showing good faith in establishing the interactive process, and so we sent the letter out. Communication was not engaging, so it came late, and so then once the employee responded to the letter, he engaged. So he came into the office and he presented a doctor's note releasing him from his restrictions. So it was through the interactive accommodation process that kind of it was delayed. Good question.
Can I get a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye. L6B6, CSEA, MOU 2324, 004 between Barstow Unified School District and California School Employees Association. Recommending the Board of Trustees approve CSEA Memorandum of Understanding 2324-004 between Barstow Unified School District and California School Employees Association. Ms. Warrington?
Mr. Gutierrez?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Ranger. So this MOU, we've worked with the CSCA. There were some concerns with the involuntary transfer. They filed a grievance. Through the grievance process, we negotiated this memo of understanding. And the grievance process was closed after this was worked with the union. So we're presenting this for your approval.
Any questions, comments, or concerns? Can I get a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
Second, and all in favor?
Aye.
Items for future board meetings, anybody? No, and we will need to go back into closed session. It is 5:53.
So that's all I wanted.